In a small village in Africa, where the morning sun rises over the thatched roofs, the birds sing sweet melodies, welcoming another day. Among the children rushing to school is a timid boy named Michael. At 6 years old, Michael is smaller than most of his classmates, with deep brown eyes that seem to carry the weight of the world. Michael's journey begins in grade 1, but from the very first day, the silent battle within him starts. He watches as other children laugh, play, and answer questions with confidence, while he shrinks into the background, afraid to be noticed. The fear of being wrong or laughed at builds a wall around him. In class, the teacher calls out names to answer questions. Michael's heart races each time the teacher's eyes scan the room. He silently prays not to be called. Michael. What is 2 plus 2? The teacher asks. Michael stares at his feet, his palms sweating. He knows the answer, but fear locks the words in his throat. The answer is 4, another pupil shouts from behind. The class bursts into laughter, making Michael shrink deeper into his seat. That was the first time Michael felt invisible, as if his voice didn't matter. And from that day, the belief that he was not good enough began to take root. At home, Michael's mother notices how quiet he has become. She encourages him to speak up, but no matter how much she tries, Michael feels like he will never be as smart or as brave as the other kids. The days turn into years, and by grade 3, Michael's self-esteem has sunk even lower. He never volunteers in class, never raises his hand, and avoids eye contact at all costs. The silent shadow follows him everywhere. Michael enters grade 4 with the same weight on his shoulders. He watches his classmates participate in debates, answer questions, and play during break time. He wants to join them, but the little voice in his head always whispers, "They are better than you. You'll only embarrass yourself." During an interclass spelling competition, Michael's name is called unexpectedly. He freezes. The entire class stares at him. His heart pounds in his chest. He was asked to spell the word opportunity. Michael tries to spell, but halfway through, he stammers and forgets. The room fills with sneakers. He rushes back to his seat, holding back tears. It wasn't just the laughter that broke him, it was the belief that maybe everyone was right. Maybe he really wasn't good enough. Michael's closest friend, Tund, tries to encourage him, but Michael always brushes it off. He becomes more withdrawn, finding solace in drawing at the back of his notebook where no one can judge him. Cliffhanger ending. One afternoon, the teacher announces that there will be a mathematics quiz the following week, and everyone must participate. Michael feels the walls closing in, as he does not know what will befall on him. Junior secondary school brings new faces and new challenges, but Michael's self-esteem remains his constant companion. He sits at the back of the class, hiding behind taller students. But something begins to change. A young English teacher named Mr. Williams notices Michael's drawings. One afternoon, he calls Michael after class. "You have talent, Michael," Mr. Williams says softly. "Why don't you show your classmates?" Michael shakes his head. "They will laugh at me." "They might," Mr. Williams replies. "But what if they don't? What if they actually see how special you are?" For the first time, a small light flickers inside Michael. But the fear still outweighs the hope. During a class art exhibition, Mr. Williams secretly submits one of Michael's drawings. When the winner is announced, Michael's name echoes through the hall. The entire class claps, but Michael still doubts if he deserves it. That night, Michael stares at the certificate in his hands. The small light flickers a little brighter, but the shadow is still there, whispering that maybe it was just luck. Michael grows taller, but his confidence remains small. He excels quietly in art and literature but still avoids any public attention. However, something happens during his final year. His best friend, Tund, convinces him to enter an essay writing competition. To everyone's surprise, Michael wins, not just in his school, but at the district level. "Do you see now? You are better than you think," Tund says. Michael wants to believe it, but the chains of self-doubt are not so easily broken. University looms on the horizon, and Michael wonders if he will ever find his voice. Michael enters the university quietly, hoping to blend into the crowd. But fate has other plans. When the first semester results are released, Michael is stunned. He is the best student in his department with the highest score. For the first time in his life, something shifts inside him. The small light that flickered for years begins to burn brighter. Slowly, Michael starts answering questions in class. He makes new friends. He begins to believe. By the end of 100 level, Michael is no longer a shadow, he is a rising flame. Michael battles the last remnant of self-doubt and emerges stronger with each passing year. He becomes a mentor to other students, helping those who struggle just like he once did. By the time he graduates, Michael is not only the best student in his department, he is the overall best graduating student in the entire university. As Michael steps onto the stage to receive his award, the entire hall rises to their feet in applause. Tears fill his eyes as he looks into the crowd and sees his mother, Tund, and Mr. Williams smiling proudly. Michael's story reminds us all that the greatest battles are fought within, and that the smallest light can outshine the deepest shadows. This story is dedicated to everyone who ever felt they weren't good enough. Your light is waiting to shine.